My name's David Shinsky, and the title of this program is Live Without Limits, Reach Personal Success on a Daily Basis. Live Without Limits podcast is a powerful platform that transcends boundaries of personal growth and mental fortitude. As an eminent name in the personal success podcast sphere, we distill complex issues surrounding personal development, psychology, and mental health in a compelling dialogue format. Our nuanced approach fosters insightful conversation on relationships, offering pragmatic advice to navigate challenging waters. We stand as your trusted beacon to break free from the chains of limiting beliefs, actively promoting a healthier you, a stronger you. With every episode, we pioneer empowering mental transformations, propelling listeners on their individual success trajectories, engaging specialists across various fields, reinforce our commitment towards holistic well-being, ensuring wide-ranging perspectives and innovative strategies, relatable narrations coupled with science-backed insights become the catalyst for meaningful change. Live Without Limits, Reach Personal Success on a Daily Basis unravels the astonishing potential within you, one podcast at a time. So sit down, drink your coffee, and enjoy the presentation. Today's presentation is titled Three Things That to Help Commit to Change and Doing the Tough Stuff. Chances are that there are things that you desire, but you just don't have them yet. It's human nature to desire all sorts of things. However, many people live an entire lifetime without getting the things that matter the most to them. They want change, but the truth is that change isn't always easy. In fact, the majority of people who set goals, such as weight loss or quitting smoking, do not reach their goals. Most New Year's resolutions are not carried through more than 1 or 2 months. Many people who find themselves in bad relationships after bad relationship never take the time to dig deep and commit to the tough stuff in between relationships, like healing. Just what is it that keeps us from changing? How can we want something so badly, yet year after year we don't attain it? There are many reasons depending on various factors. Change is hard, but it's not impossible. I want to share three things with you. Three things concerning change and how you can plow past any obstacles that have been holding you back. The three things to help you commit to change and doing the tough stuff. Commit to doing the tough stuff. I'm sure you know plenty of people who don't like to work. The reality is that work can be tough, especially hard labor. However, some changes in life require work. It might be mental work, emotional work, or physical work. Either way, it requires some energy. There's a popular theme out there that says, if you believe it, you can receive it. While I agree that belief is important, sometimes our desires just don't fall from the sky because we believe it. Sometimes we've got to do the work in order to get the results. This is something that I think many people believe because if they're religious and they go to church, how many times has the preacher said, Oh, if you just believe in Jesus, you'll get whatever you want. Or, oh, if you just give this tithe right now at the beginning of the year, it will come back to you. Well, nothing happens if you just sit on the stump and wait for it. You have to work for it. In other words, belief without some sort of action will more than likely leave you short of accomplishing your goals. So, what distinguishes those who make lasting, transformational changes from those who don't? The one who successfully gets over their fear of rejection over the one who lives in a recluse year after year out of fear. The angry person over the one who has taken anger and transformed it into compassion. Of course, there are many factors that separate them, but a solid commitment to doing the work is a big reason why some lack when it comes to change. The mantra opportunity, I make a solid commitment to do the work, no matter how hard it looks or how long it takes. Learn about human behavior. We are all human, traveling along life's journey, but so many do not take the time to learn about human behavior. They walk around half conscious, programmed by what they learned as children or imprisoned by early childhood wounds. What drives us as human beings? Two primary things motivate us: avoiding pain and feeling pleasure. We want to feel good, right? Well, we desire peace and joy, and we do our best to avoid pain. I mean, isn't that why we do pretty much all the things that we do? This has been my obligation or my observation. We see bumping along in life as we start to feel pain. It doesn't feel good. So we say, hey, I don't want to feel this pain anymore. So I'm going to do this, and that. But what happens to many humans? Well, human behavior is that at some point they stop. They give up eating healthy and working out the pain of extra weight. They stop going to therapy, emotional pain. They stop personal growth investment, the pain of not feeling good enough. They lose motivation. They lose drive. They get frustrated and eventually give up. As a result, they don't experience lasting change. And I'm sure that many of you can relate to this. Turn your shoulds into musts. Remember when your parent always told you how all the things you should do in life, but they don't tell you how to do them. They just expect you to do them. Well, listen, change is about motivation. Motivational speaker and teacher Tony Robbins says it's about turning those shoulds into musts. If you maybe kinda, sort of need a change, you probably won't. But if you have to or must change, you're much more likely to see it happen. You're then fully committed, and regardless of what comes your way, you're changing. Now, as we go about this life journey, trying to sidestep pain and make lasting changes, we must also couple that with pleasure and principle. We want to feel happy. See, pain motivates us, but it's kind of a temporary motivation. We need something more to create a lasting change. something like happiness or pleasure. You've been doing this since you were a child. When you were little, you picked up some strategies for life. You weren't always the best. So, in order to create lasting change, it's important to cultivate a new set of patterns to get out of pain and feel some pleasure. What pain are you feeling? Target that and use it as a motivator for change. But don't just stop there. Cultivate a connection between pleasure and the new set of strategies that the change can be lasting. This means you're leveraging what motivates you to commit to making lasting change. If you're sick and tired of being broke, you feel that pain. So use that pain as a motivator to change and get yourself a new set of strategies so you can make the change necessary to experience a different outcome so you can have lasting change. You don't have to be brilliant to change, but you do have to be motivated. So, what is your motive for change? If you really want to change, or if you really want to help someone else change, you've got to help them understand the pain that they're feeling, maybe because they're not doing the work they need to be doing in order to feel some sort of pleasure or joy. So, what is your motive to change? When it comes to your pain, ask yourself, what am I getting from this pain? What is it costing me? Is it hurting those that I love? How has this hurt me in the past? Then see how your pain or actions are not in sync with what you want. For example, if you're drinking too much, ask yourself how this affects your family. Ask yourself if an exceptional leader would get up with hangovers and head into work to lead people. Associate your behavior or pain with contrast. Now, what would bring you pleasure? If you made some changes, would you feel happier? Will it help your loved ones? Will your life be richer? The reality is that change can be tough and it takes time. If you will commit to doing the work, the tough stuff, and be persistent, you will make progress. If you need help, ask around. There are plenty of people that are willing to help. Remember that we're after progress, not perfection. As a human, we tend to like progress, but don't expect perfection or you'll set yourself up for pain. And the sad part is, in so many cases, what happens in situations like this? We grow up in a home where we have parents controlling us when we're very young, but don't allow us to change and mature as we get older, and they want to hold on to that control. Then what happens? Well, if they're gone and we're adults, we just don't know how to change because we're so dependent on that person that we've allowed our lives to be controlled by someone else. So, what we want you to do is understand that if you come from a dysfunctional family and it has created issues, take the bull by the horns and be willing to change and don't give up before you change.